Hi, everybody. It's Cindy here, and we have been talking about our feelings this week, dealing with our feelings and how to really feel our feelings. And I hope those helped you to understand that you do have some control over your feelings and that there are definitely healthy versus unhealthy choices you can make around your feelings that are really going to make a huge difference in your life. Well, another area that you really have total control over that is so critical is your thoughts. Thoughts, okay? And I this is so important that I'm going to talk about it today, and maybe more so as time goes on, because I think it's one of the biggest keys to living a happy, healthy, successful life is how you take control of your thoughts. So researchers say, and I don't know how they figured this out, but that we humans have approximately 50,000 thoughts every day. Every day. Can you imagine? 50,000 thoughts. And that can be anywhere from, oh, the sun is shining today, to my work is difficult, to um, I think she likes me. So it can be, about anything. So what's very important is that what we find is that a high percentage of people hold a lot of negative thoughts, have a lot of negative based thoughts, things they worry about, things they fear, just a more pessimistic take on their thought processes. And then that affects how we feel, of course, because the more negative thoughts we're harboring, then the more negative feelings are going to come along with that thought and accompany it. And then if you're thinking heavy-heartedly, feeling heavy-hearted, then your actions are going to follow in a way that are not as supportive of you and what you want. So you see how it all begins with the thoughts. If you have a lot of negative thoughts, we want to try to turn those around to a positive angle. So then you'll feel better, and then you'll act more according to, and really line yourself up with what you really want with your actions. So thoughts, feelings, and actions. That's kind of how they operate together. So we want to go back to the beginning, to the thoughts. And I want to challenge you to really, really notice your thoughts and see if they're of a healthy, positive nature, or if they're more negative or unhealthy. And anytime you catch yourself feeling something or thinking something very positive, I want you to really praise yourself and go, yay, my thoughts are on track. I feel good for me. I've got my mindset in a really good place of abundance and prosperity and gratitude and love. But when your thoughts are kind of on the other end of things, when you're feeling fearful or depressed or anxious or stressed or worried or angry, then I want you to go, okay, wait, now how is that serving me to think about this situation that way? And what can I do to turn that around? Okay, so, and then there's two kinds of thoughts besides positive and negative. We have thoughts that are very present oriented, like how you're thinking about life right now in the moment. Very conscious thoughts, present-based thoughts. Then we have thoughts that are unconscious, that maybe have been in a file in our heads for decades from childhood. Maybe some negative beliefs that we developed early on. For example, if you were bullied as a child at school for a long time, you may have developed a belief when you were a kid that I'm not okay. I'm not okay, or I don't deserve love, or something like that. Now that's a belief that may be filed way in the back of your head that still rears its ugly head in your life today if that's an unresolved wound from childhood. And so you want to look and make sure that your that your thoughts are present day focused. And if it's something haunting you from the past, you need to heal that, which we talked about last week, healing the inner child. So check that out if you need help with that. So keeping your thoughts present focused, and then being able to decipher if they're negative or positive are very important. So again, praise yourself when the positive thoughts show up. You catch yourself thinking positively and do more and more and more and more and more of that, because the more of that you do, the better life's going to look, feel, sound, and be, and the better you're going to be able to create what you really actually want in your life. And then when they're negative, don't despair. Just catch it and go, ooh, yep, I'm thinking about that in a very negative way. How can I turn that around? So let's talk about a turnaround. So maybe you say to yourself, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. Okay, that's a thought. I don't have enough money. Okay, so, and that's pretty negative. It sounds a little stressed, a little worried, and I know a lot of you feel this in your life that you don't have enough money. Okay, so what's another way you can look at your financial life in a more positive way, even if at the same time you're feeling like you wish you had more money? Okay, so let's take that thought. I don't have enough money. Then you might say, here's some options to turn it in a more positive way without denying the reality that you feel there. You might say, I have the ability to turn my finances around. I can make changes in my financial life to get me more where I want to be. Or I have everything I need and more, which, let's face it, you do. If you have a smartphone and you can watch this video, or you have a computer, you have the internet, you have more than you need. There are people, 1 billion people on this planet. There's 7 billion of us now or so. 1 billion of us, of them, not me or you, have not even $1 to their name. Not one. Not $1. If you have $1 in a bank account in your name, you are richer than 1 billion people right now on earth. Okay? So you see how you can change that perspective in your mind and develop a more positive thought. Saying, by the way, developing the thought that I have more than enough, I have more than enough, I have more than I need, actually is a form of gratitude thinking, which the laws of the universe say the more gratitude we feel and share and say, the more it will bring us to be grateful for. So it's kind of a spiritual law. Not everybody buys that kind of stuff, but I've certainly found it to be true in my life, definitely. And so I keep thoughts in my head all the time that there's more than enough, and there is. I mean, there always has been for me, even when I was a broke college student, and I was quite broke. In American standards, I really was. I could tell you stories. But even then, I knew I had more than enough. And that's what kept me going, and that's what kept me building a more prosperous, abundant life. So anyway, so that's an example of how you can take a negative thought, I don't have enough money, and change it over to something much more positive. I have more than I need. There's more than enough. I have lots of options in how to turn my finances around in a direction I want. I have skills and abilities to help me master my finances. Okay? Now, what if you turn your negative thoughts to something a little more personal, like, I don't think she likes me. I don't think she likes me. You know, you can take that thought and go, what else could you say to yourself? And that may be true. Maybe somebody doesn't like you and your heart's kind of broken, that she's not liking you how you're liking her, or someone's abandoned a relationship or something. She doesn't like me. That's a thought, and the thought could be true, but a thought can also always be changed. And you could say, well, right now, she may not understand, she may not understand where I'm coming from right now. Or I have tons of people who love me. I have abundant support in my life. Things like that. There's always another way to look at things. Always. So I challenge people in my practice when they work with me individually, when they are struggling with a negative thought pattern, I will say, okay, I want you to take that specific negative thought and I want you to think of 3 turnarounds for that negative thought that are more positive that could be equally true. So that's what I'm going to challenge you with today, is to catch those negative thoughts, take each one and to come up with at least 3 turnarounds that are more positive. Even if you don't buy them just yet, I want you to work on practicing to shift them over, because again, when we can get our thinking lined up more positively and in a healthy way, our whole life can turn around. Anyway, wish you a great day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.